Collingwood and the West Coast Eagles. Big roar. And away we go. Bounce favours Turnbull. Sends it very high in the air. Knocked on by Wilson. Hassel leads back in the race at right half back. Keeping it in front. Hetty is with him. Worked him out of it. Well played by Hetty. Matera, an early touch. Close to the boundary, Mainwaring. Chris Mainwaring. Underdone certainly coming in. Happy just to get through last week. Kicks down towards full forward. Misting rain is falling. Richardson goes up. Heads towards the boundary. So he's on the ball for the Magpies. And Rocker has started at full forward.
Yes, and Garrick's got the job. Fraser Garrick on Lee Walker.
Boundary throw in right next to the behind post. Richardson, a little bit of a nudge. There might be a free kick. And it is going to Collingwood, the free kick. Wasn't quite sure whether he was the nudgee or the nudge-or. He's got the kick. Rain pelting down now. It's a little bit more than a drizzle. Buckley runs onto it, loves these from right centre wing. Buckley, Rowe, doesn't get quite the bounce that he wanted. And too much momentum to take the ball over the boundary line. That will be a throw in right on 50.
No, it's going to Don Pike. Yep.
Free kick.
Yes, after the ball had gone over.
Don Pike, a little bit of a cloud over him as well. I think it was an ankle, Roscoe, wasn't it?
Certainly was.
That was
yes.
troubling him.
Yes.
But certainly he's an acquisition too. I mentioned McGuane. Collingwood getting you plenty of the football. The umpires found another free kick to Collingwood. A holding decision. It might be to McGuane, I think. Yes, it will be. McGuane with the free. Right centre wing. Plays on. Not too much distance with the kick. Rocker in front. Ball very slippery. McIntosh was there with him. Inside 50, the Eagles with the numbers. McKenna gets it out to White, just outside the centre square. Long ball over the head of Wilson. Good tackle applied by Wilson on Burns. Ball jarred free in the tackle. Watson gives it away to Perk. Collingwood come clear.
Kicks it out very wide. Skids on in front. Worsfold knocks it back to White. Patterson out number 2 against 1. Worsfold roundly jeered by the crowd. High kick towards the wing. Jakovic. And Jakovic has it going against a teammate here, shepherding off the ball. So McGuane to get the free. Plays on wide of the mark. Kicks it down towards centre half forward. Walker's in front. Garrick came again there and knocked it away. Brown put to ground, off the ground by McKenna. It comes out wide. McGuane, he'll be the meat in the sandwich. In fact, there's no sandwich. It goes out of bounds and will be thrown in. Mickey McGuane, one of the characters of the AFL. Cloudy with showers, currently 15 and chilly. I doubt it will get much warmer despite that forecast. Mainwaring across his body towards half forward. Jakovic mishandled. Banfield in trouble. Over the top Watson, and the ball goes out of bounds. Boundary throw in down towards right half forward. The odds. West Coast very warm. Mainwaring head down. Loose ball in there. Eventually Richardson feeds it over the top. This is Burns inside the centre square with some time. Magnificent kick. It's gone about 70 metres. Garrick goes up. Well fisted away. That wasn't easy. McKenna out wide. Runners to the outer side. Lewis is one of them.
Chris Lewis, left centre wing for the Eagles. White, oh, great mark in front of Krasiska. Runs around at a wide arc. And the ball over the boundary, over the line. Gehrig, good attempt to mark. In fact, it was Ball, Jason Ball, first score of the match.
Probably
right.
Logical, sorry Pete, logical for Ball to start at full forward other than McIntosh because he kicked 8 goals for Swan Districts last week. So he has a bit of form.
Gary Pert looking for options. The umpire's given him a choice now. Kick it or you'll be penalised.
Whoa.
Then he made a bit of a blue there. It may still come into that category. He gets clear, but only just. Tried to find Kerrison. Lost a boot in the process. Krasiska comes clear. The Magpies straight down the spine of the ground. Williams loves to run. One bounce. Still he goes. Banfield's got him. Could have, and I dare say should have done a little bit more. Krasiska, a 9-iron shot. The ball was touched off the boot. Thump clear. Chance for Rowe. Worsfold there and sees it safely over the boundary line for a throw-in 50 metres from goal. Collingwood's right half forward flank. 16.5 minutes left in the first quarter. That rain shower should clear us in a couple of minutes. Rocker back into the side today, dueling with McIntosh. Kemp close to the boundary line. Kerrison's got him. Crowd looking for a free kick. There is none, and it will be thrown in the same spot.
Just boundary throw in. Rocker in front from behind McIntosh. Buckley left it behind. Off the ground by Banfield towards the outer side wing. Awkward half volley there for Hassel. Played it pretty well, so did Heady. In fact, Heady won the ball. Evans knocks it in front. Mainwaring left it behind. Hassel comes back into the fray. Gets it to McGuane.
Clever.
This is Patterson. Plays on inside the centre square, out wide. Rocker on the burst, got his fingertips to it, couldn't rake it in. McIntosh closes quickly. Ball comes back. Hyder off hands, loose ball towards the kickoff line. Patterson tried to soccer it, gets a second chance. He fumbled. He's 5 metres out. He fumbled twice. Waterman goes in on top of him. Golden opportunity goes begging, and the ball up 10 metres out from Collingwood's attacking goal.
There's, I think, some nerves there, Dennis, isn't there? But the ball is also greasy.
Yep. Tough game to play on a day like today. Geary got it down. The hand pass comes across. Patterson was dragged down. It came from Hyder. Picked up again by Patterson. Kicks it very high in the air. Rocker on his chest.
Well, he had Geary coming from the front, going with the flight of the ball. Then McIntosh from behind, and he finishes up with the footy. See this again. Just in front there, Geary comes from the front but misses the ball completely.
Kick came out from James there too, just going back to the original kick. Oh.
Well, they become even more important, those misses, because in these sort of conditions, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. When you're that close,
well, you should kick those.
Well, you've got to take full advantage, yes.
So one behind, kicked by Saf Rocker. Back into the side today. Walker punches. It's a lot like Edwards, Mr. Stuart Edwards, used to play for Richmond. Out of bounds. Was it on the full? Yes. And Mickey McGuane to get his third free kick of the quarter. Runs around. No running goal this time. Rocker, good use of the body, and again he's got it. And again a chest mark.
Well, with his size, Peterson, I mean, if he holds his ground, keeps his eye on the ball here, just had a quick go at McIntosh, just got him slightly off position, out of position, and read it better.
A little bit further out this time. Let's see if he can read from his mistake earlier. No trajectory, drop punt, first goal of the game.
Magpies lead by 6 points. Banfield left it behind. This is Burns. Patterson missed it again. Worsfold coming through is taken high. He'll get the free kick. Well, not happy about that. Play on's the call. No. Bring it back over the mark. The umpires generally this season red hot on play on. Now Worsfold inside the Pike. It's great to see him back. Bounces carefully from 60 metres out. Goes long down towards full forward. Well played by Richardson. Going back with the flight of the ball, and the big man hooked it across the line.
Well, that was your call, Dennis, earlier, wasn't it? You wanted Richardson the ruck and Rocket full forward. I had it the other way around, but you've knocked me off again.
Oh, maybe later. Interchangeable. Pert goes short and finds Watson. Last time was interesting. They took it the length of the ground on a fumble, a missed kick, and a smothered kick. There goes Watson towards the outer side. Maybe a sign of the future in footy. Out there, Walker was up. It falls forward, taken by Jakovich. That was a throw. Play goes on. It spills wide. Away comes Kemp, pulls it back. Clever kick to the middle. Wilson's got it about 45 metres out. Heady's on for the short one. He's taken the mark on his chest in front of Krasiska. He fired up in that final at the Wacker last season. Had a big day. Heady about 40 metres out, if that.
Yes, good thinking from Kemp too. Had a look around deep in the forward area. No one really in space. Wilson was across the ground, and then Heady, as he does, just finds that space so well. And has a closer shot at goal. Johnny Hassell's picking him up at the moment. Couldn't get close enough to him.
This for a 1-point lead. Kicking at the Eagles first. Brett Heady. A study in concentration, pulls it left. Behind.
In fact, it just scraped in for a behind. So 3 behinds to West Coast. And the goal kicked by Sav Rocker. So far, he has 1-1. Gary Pert to kick in. Now a little bit of a meal of his effort before. Stuttering approach again. Umpire warns him. Long kick this time, which is probably the best option in the first place anyway. Kemp and James. Kerrison from right half back. Short to centre wing. Buckley a chance. A tap on. Ball comes to Patterson. Loose at half forward. Inside 50. Oh, solid collision down there. McGuane gets up very, very gingerly.
That was an accidental one, Pete, wasn't it? Ball coming off the ground. I think McGuane.
Waterman it was.
Yeah.
So boundary throw in, close to centre wing. The rain has all but stopped. Up high, Richardson. Ball slapped further forward by Wilson. Watson over the top. Kerrison on the end of the hand pass. Kelly goes past. McGuane again. I'm sure still feeling the effects of that knock before. Picked up by Steve Patterson. And the mark is taken by Rowe at half forward. Gets play moving quickly around Pike. A high kick into the goal square. Rocker is there. And the ball will be hustled away from him and pushed through for a rush behind by Ashley McIntosh. So 1-2 to 3 behinds. The difference is 5 points in favour of Collingwood. Both sides missing set shots for goal. Brett Heady missed what he would normally kick, and so too did Rocker earlier in the quarter. Pike runs onto it. Has he touched it? Just gets it inside the line. Kicks to centre wing. Almost a mark. Yes, it will be a mark.
Yeah, good
Evans.
effort.
Premiership player with the Eagles. Kick inside 50. Pert, good spoil. Watson runs onto it. Kelly gives him backup support. Almost has the ball pinned underneath him. Spinning out his ball. Touched off the boot. Lewis a chance in the right forward pocket for the Eagles. Doesn't have a shot at goal. Measures the pass. Eagles are plenty. Excellent play by Chris Lewis, and ball has taken the mark 25 metres out.
It was clever, wasn't it, Pete? To control the ball like that in these conditions, and then to stop and have a look around to the best option rather than just blazing right to the square. And he had a choice of either ball or Heady, who'd got away from Hassell again. The ball possibly in the end the better option.
Jason Ball a little bit closer than where Brett Heady missed from earlier. And add to that the fact the rain has stopped. The ball probably not quite as greasy as it was. Ball goes at goal. Goal umpire hasn't moved. The Eagles first.
Eagles by a point. Centre square infringement. Eagles free kick. Turnbull will take it.
Should never happen, that.
No.
Should never happen.
Coaches hate it. Michael Malthouse says perhaps the biggest sin in footy. Kick well inside the 50. In front, Richardson controlled it pretty well. Flicks it out. He's got support too. Away comes Kerrison. Kerrison boots it towards the outer side. The ball skids on once more. McKenna helps the ball on its way, and it will be thrown in.
Well, he's probably lucky that he went to ground first. And Brown saying unbelievable, but once you're on the ground, he had no choice. There he fell over.
Oh, no choice.
Hassell, the man who got it to Burns to bring it away. And Kerrison on the end of it. Across it comes to Gehrig. He'll send the Eagles back around the outer side.
I kind on him because it was his 150th.
Djakovic and Kelly off hands out of bounds once more. It will be slippery out there. Plenty of rain yesterday morning. Not too much during the afternoon, just a couple of light showers. And again today, just light showers, but it's greasy. Ball falls behind. Richardson a half chance. Crashing his way through is James. It was held to him, and we'll have a bounce.
Good tackle by Banfield. James wasn't going anywhere. Interested onlooker, Dennis Pagan, who can't get enough of a football. I think he'd eat one.
Got the Eagles next Saturday night, of course.
Be a good match, that one. North struggled yesterday, but came away well in the last quarter. Buckley. Good kick on the run. Oh, Brown brought down in the tackle. Probably a play on call was a good decision. Still they go. Now a chance for Patterson. A high ball, only travels about 30 metres. 15 up and 15 down. It's a foot race, and the ball taken over by Johnny Worsfold. Right on 50. A throw in left half forward for the Magpies. So conditions quite pleasant now after that shower of rain has moved out to the east. Under 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Walker and Gehrig, two of the rookies out there this afternoon. Patterson gives it straight to Dean Kemp, says thanks very much. Kemp goes for the boundary line. Couldn't penalise him for that one. And a throw in. The Eagles managing to work it around some 10 to 15 metres. So same two ruckmen will do it. Gehrig and Walker. Walker over the back. Well to James. Kemp rides him into the ground. And that will be a free kick. Quickly to Kerrison. Lewis comes at him. A high ball consequently. Rocker, good use of the body. Was the ball within distance? The umpire says OK.
Well, it was pretty clever, Pete, because McIntosh sat off about 3 or 4 metres to give himself a run so he wouldn't get caught in the body. Just as he's about to take off, Rocker gave him a nudge.
So his third chest mark. He's kicked 1 goal, 1 so far. Only 21 years of age, 152 career goals. And that's his 152nd, 153rd. 2 goals to Rocker this afternoon. Sav Rocker's kicked 2-1. And of Collingwood's tally of 2-2.
So the Magpies on top by 5 points now. Big leap from Richardson, helped on its way by Kerrison down towards half forward. This is Patterson. The Suns combining as the kick goes well inside the 50. Hiding at an awkward bounce, waiting behind Rowe, deep in the pocket. Brilliantly smothered down there by Pike. Rowe comes again. It's still in play now. Trickles across the line. Pike picks it up. There is a whistle. Good call by the official. And the boundary throw in. Brad Rowe, former East Fremantle player, who dislocated his shoulder in a pre-game wrestle against the Tigers in round 12 last season.
Without getting a touch.
That's right. Hadn't bounced the ball, had they? Or just. Walker, brilliantly done. Oh, against his old team.
Certainly in line for goal of the day honours.
Yeah, Jakovic to full back to Pete McIntosh to centre half forward.
11 points in favour of Collingwood. Great goal by Walker. Richardson out of the congestion to half forward. Here's another chance. McKenna, beautiful tackle down there on Patterson. Ball jarred free. It races to the boundary line. Mainwaring trying to pick it up. Can't do so. It's out of bounds. 55 metres from the Collingwood goal.
Outstanding from McKenna to tackle, then get up and recover and knock the ball out of the danger area.
Can he do it again? Walker, well, fresh air shot that time. Kerrison and McKenna. Little paddle from the West Coast Eagle veteran. Kick out of the congestion, comes outside 50, finds McGuane. No, he hit a pigeon as well. James, Wilson's there, applies a tackle on Watson. Back to James. McKenna again. By G's working solidly down there. Wilson, gang tackle. Crowd looking for holding the ball decision. There is none. McGuane again. Unloads with the hand pass. Watson from Richardson. High left footer. Not too much ground covered there. And the bounce favours West Coast. Pike.
Oh.
Lewis onto Gehrig. Hyder's nearly got him. Gehrig's kick to the outer side. Matera, beautifully done to get rid of his opponent Williams. The Norm Smith medalist down towards Heady. Can't mark the greasy ball. Close to the boundary line. Kelly will see it out. Nearly on the full. It's not. And the umpire will throw it in. The boundary umpire just clarifying that as the Eagles make a change.
One of the few times put in footy where going to the ground is, in fact, the right tactic there. In these conditions, you can slide. Not only protects himself, but takes the ball out.
Turnbull gets it down. Richardson dives in. Knocked on by Lewis. McIntosh got it out to Kemp, held a long time in the tackle. Play goes on. Turnbull right on the 50 off one step, boots it down towards full forward. Pert is down there. It was a live ball momentarily, but eventually across the line. Collingwood 3-2. The Eagles 1-4. McGuane has made a very good start. 8 possessions.
Now Wilson should come off, shouldn't he, with a blood nose?
Quite right. Pert down the middle. There's that man again. McGuane relishing this to Buckley in full flight. Dangerous here.
It's got to come back.
It's coming back.
Yeah,
We've got a whistle.
Yep. The umpire in charge at the time in the middle had blown his whistle.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, he marked it and virtually just turned around and hand passed. McGuane inside the centre square, then kicks it very high. Rocker and Jakovic, fisted away by Jakovic, off the ground by Worsfold. It came back to him via Kemp. The hand pass not particularly good. Banfield sold into trouble. Simmons is in there. Walker, he's working hard. And the bounce down towards the attacking 50 for the Magpies, who lead by 10 points.
I thought Banfield should have got a free kick there. Walker was high.
There's the time remaining. Turnbull under the ball. Richardson, the spring from behind. McGuane knocks it down. Lewis did pretty well to keep it in front. Worsfold soccers towards the boundary, and that will do. Well,
why is
Peter
Wilson still out there if this blood rule was to be enforced?
No one's seen it. The umpires have to send him off.
Claiming it's lipstick.
To be watching Timmy Watson.
Simmons, number 16, as I said, a replacement for the Eagles. Walker, who kicked that beautiful goal to James. Short pass on the end of it, McGuane. Let's see how he can kick this. Outside 50, goes at goal. It'll need to have to come back a long way. It bounces on the wrong side of the behind post for the Magpies and out of bounds.
The old foes there. Worsfold coming for the smother. Interesting, he looked a little bit tired, Worsfold. He's gasping for air down there. That smother rather half-hearted.
Right next to the behind post, Collingwood's right forward pocket. Rocker with Jakovic. Rocker tries to do a Walker and take it from mid-air. Jakovic goes off the ground. The ball comes up towards midfield. Buckley leading in the race. Gets Poleax from behind. Walker scoops it out high. Watson. Now a chance for Collingwood. Snapshot by Hyder. Jakovic reads it best. Onto Pike. His usual tidy self. Waterman. They met Mick McGuane with everything except the grandstand roof before. Simmons. Watson went down behind play. He copped a ripper. McGuane. Ball jarred free in the tackle.
Free kick.
Collingwood.
Yeah, held too long, Pete.
So McGuane, his 4th free kick for the quarter. Quite an amazing sequence. Watson still in the hands of the trainers. Very, very slippery. The Eagles manning up well in defence. McKenna, who's been brilliant in the first quarter. Onto the left foot. Awkward looking, a mongrel punt towards the outer side. Williams and Matera see it out of bounds in front of them.
Watson okay. Well,
it didn't seem that harsh from Wilson. Left hand coming up under the chin.
I think the crowd seeing a similarity to Moncourse, perhaps. Yeah. Longbow to draw. Boundary throw in. Turnbull hooks it down. James knocks it out. Buckley likewise. Kerrison could have got a free. Williams overran the ball. Well done by Kemp close to the line. Floats it down towards half forward. Coming up was Kelly. McIntosh with him step for step. Hassel tidies up. Williams on the outer side. Kicks it down towards half forward. Well done by Gehrig to fist away. Kerrison waits in front. Hooks it down towards the pocket. Rowe and Pike. And it bounces out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Don Pike. Terrific player for these Eagles. Back this afternoon on the lively Brad Rowe. So Gehrig and Walker, both of them playing their 2nd senior game to do the rucking here. Walker works in front. Gehrig flicks it behind. Opportunity for Buckley. He's been busy too. Buckley gets it across to Brown. Off one step. Gets it down towards full forward. Rocker and Jakovic. Battle of strength there. Big boys, and the ball goes out of bounds in the pocket. It will be thrown in. Speaking of big and tough, Dermott in the crowd.
Hasn't played a senior game yet for Collingwood. Jakovic. Buckley a chance. Loves these. Snapshot.
Oh!
What a goal! What a goal! I didn't think we'd see one better than Walker's today, but that was 4-2 to 1-4. The Magpies by 16 points. So Lee Walker and Nathan Buckley treating us to some magnificent goal kicking this quarter, and with a greasy ball. Wilson
just changed his pants, Pete, because they had blood on them.
Still got the same nose though, Roscoe, I understand.
I assume so.
Oh, that you could.
Shut up, Dennis. Back to the centre. Turnbull sandwiched. Lewis comes in on Brown. A trip, says the umpire. And Rowdy's going to take the free. The sunshine goes to come out. I don't think we'll need the factor 15. In fact, James has got it. James kicks to right half forward. One of the best on the ground so far. Guy McKenna. Interesting hand pass. A little flip to Worsfold. Worsfold's kick up towards the left centre wing position. Brett Heady. McIntosh. Kelly late on the scene. That's a mark. Can play any key position and play it well, Ashley McIntosh. The Terry Danaher of the West. Ball out of the congestion. Chance for Simmons. Burns is there. Francisco applies a tackle.
Free kick.
Umpire says it is going to be a free kick going Collingwood's way, to be taken by Gavin Francisco, short of halfback.
The man who got top Brownlow votes at their last meeting drives it out wide. Up goes Brown. It falls behind. Banfield in the sunshine and in space goes short. Turnbull. You'd expect a low-scoring affair here. Probably 13-14 goals could win it. So a great start by Collingwood. This is Evans inside the 50. A renowned goal kicker on this ground. Tony Evans will kick from just inside the 50. Loves playing at the MCG, and why not? Some great memories for him. Although his favourite ground is the Wacker. Margin 16 points. Hasn't quite got the carry ball.
Yes, play that. The umpire has.
Right on the goal line. It'll be a sharp angle. Around he comes.
The advantage of a player of that height when those kicks come right to the line. If you haven't got to run from behind to punch the ball away and you try and stand alongside him, makes it tough.
Outside of the boot here, no. He's going to kick through the ball. Well, it was a combo, but it's not bad. It's a goal. Nicely done by Jason Ball. 4-2-2-4.
Gets set for the bounce, which is a good one. Wins it from Turnbull. Kemp has a ping at it. So too did Kerrison. Comes back to Matera. Kelly went at him. Missed him and the footing. Brown. Quick kick to half forward. Oh, good mark. Stephen Patterson.
He earned that.
He did. Make your ears ring on a day like today.
I've seen it before.
Rocker can't quite snare that one in. Hyder tried a little toe poke at it. Went without it. And it's going to be a bounce 15 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Only 5 seconds left. Will they have time to bounce it? I think not. In fact, there is the siren to end the first quarter. A very interesting one. A real tough quarter of football. And Collingwood will go to the huddle with a lead of 4-2, 26 to West Coast 2-4, 16.
So the start of the second term, the breeze not a factor. Turnbull goes down off the ground by Matera towards half forward. Coming through strongly, Hassel met solidly by Kemp, put down. Kemp somehow manages a kick only as far as James, who falling to the ground boots it directly up in the air. Lewis had a half opportunity coming through. Williams tackled by McKenna. Still Williams, well played. Paul Williams dragged to ground, could have dropped it at the finish. Simmons grabs the ball and kicks towards half forward. Watson in from the side. He's okay now. It spills wide. Lewis does well in his back, surely. No free kick. James picks it up, feeds it out to Watson. He's forward at the wing. He kicks it down towards half forward. Rowe on the lead. High bounce, carries the ball away from him and out of bounds. So a boundary throw in just outside the 50 with the Magpies in attack.
And with McGuane's dominance in that first quarter, Don Pike now picking him up, and Murray Waring's on the bench.
4-2 to 2-4 in favour of Collingwood. Heavy shower of rain in the first quarter, during which Walker kicked a pretty good goal. Couldn't get away with that one. McKenna has been very good in defence. Can't quite handle that. Snapshot by Rowe is close, but just drifts away at the last minute for one behind. Kicked by Brad Rowe. His first score of the day. Used to have Johnny Platten length hair. Probably wishes he did today. It's a bit cool. Chris Waterman to kick in. They scatter like a shotgun blast. Rocker and Jakovic. Jakovic has done a good job on him since moved down there against Kemp, I think. Holding. Or is Kemp going to get the free kick?
He gets the free kick, yep.
Dean Kemp from right half back. Ball, a push in the back. Kelly to get the free kick. Naught for Kelly so far. That's it in replay. So his first touch, Craig Kelly. Marking contest right on 50. Buckley, who kicked a magnificent goal in the first quarter. Hyder tries to keep it in play. Boundary throw in again right on 50.
Yes, and Buckley looking for a free kick. He was manhandled, but maybe they're square now because Lewis should have got a free kick on the wing beforehand.
Jason Dunstall had a few words to the umpire yesterday at Waverley and has an appointment tomorrow night. Umpires are red hot on that this year. James, Kerrison, seemingly plenty of time to turn. Rocker, Jakovic, it's a wrestle. Hyder, a flip out the front of the pack. Collingwood desperate. Now it's Matera. Long kick, 55 metres at least, up towards midfield. Wilson a chance to pick it up. Kelly's right there with him, so too is Mitchell White, and it will be a bounce. Still inside the centre square, a little bit short of centre half forward for West Coast.
Umpires this afternoon. Big cluster around the ball. Craig Kelly having a bit to say. Bounce inside the centre square. Backhanded down by Ball. Taken by Burns. High kick towards half forward. Well done down there by Banfield. Wasn't rewarded. Patterson gets it away to Brown. Brown kicks it well inside the 50. Rocker was up. He could have marked that. Jakovic lost it. Opportunity for Rowe. It spills wide to be picked up by White. On the overlap is Waterman, who boots it down towards half forward. Headies in front. Couldn't complete the mark. It spills down to Turnbull. Cast in the role of a rover. Boots it back inside the 50. Burns should have done better. McIntosh to Lewis. He does pretty well. He needed the ball to bounce back. It didn't. It ran on truly and went through for a minor score. 2-5 plays 4-3.
Yeah, Sav Rock at the other end of the ground just dropped his head at the crucial moment. That's why he missed the mark.
Pert, who did so well on Kernahan last Sunday, restricted him to just 2 goals. Here's McKenna, forward of the wing, down towards the 50. Heady and Hassel, it's out of bounds.
Quite a good crowd now for this match. Bright sunshine. We might get another shower though within the next half hour. That's the sort of day it is. These two sides have only met once here at the MCG, round 13 last year. It was the Magpies then by 37 points. Jason Ball, who's kicked 2 goals today, dropped that like a hot spud. Collingwood free kick. Francisca from Watson. Walker can't complete the mark. Might have got into the back of Gehrig. Comes out with the football. Good tackle, Simmons. Rowe. Still he goes. 25 metres out and kicks it.
Richardson goes up and thumps Collingwood forward. This is Banfield. Still Banfield. Kerrison. Old habits die hard. You play to the whistle, you can't get in trouble when umpires pay advantage. Meantime, it's coming back. It will be a Collingwood free to Shane Kerrison. There's a phantom free in the last passage and then advantage. So Kerrison goes looking for Sav Rocker. Great courage in front from Pike. Rocker fell back on the football. That could deflate it. And a bounce.
Certainly good reason there, and just in that passage of play with Rowe, why you can't explain our rules overseas. Will never be an international game, I can assure you, if we can't understand it.
The umpire's friend too. What do we say? Gehrig hooks it down. Simmons heads for the boundary line. Patterson, well done, worked his way in front. Ooh. Gee whiz. Sav Rocker bleeding.
He might have to go off as well.
Should.
Yeah, should. There's no might have to about it, is there? Gehrig. Kerrison. Fumbled by Waterman. Kemp. From McKenna. Williams. Ball must still be pretty slippery. Should have marked that, as did Rocker before. Lewis, well tackled down there by Burns. Kelly and ball. Kelly goes for the safety of the boundary line. Throw in right on 50. Trainers coming out to see if they can stem the flow of blood from the Rocker jaw.
This blood rule is a very inexact science, isn't it? The umpire looking across there but doing nothing at the moment.
Did the same with Wilson.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I suppose we're getting consistency, gentlemen. One thing. Evans. A little flip. Wilson comes in to give him assistance. Kemp's in there as well. Turnbull. It's out of bounds. Umpire's letting it go a little bit. 15 minutes to go to half time. Now the jumper has blood on it. My understanding is that that would have to be changed as well. And they must come out with the same number. Otherwise clubs incur a fine, which is a good thing. They have the same number. Matera out bustled by Williams. Banfield, good tackle. McGuane, who played an excellent first quarter. Solid mark by Gavin Krasiska. Mitchell White stands the mark. To the outer side. Buckley's on. Pert doesn't see him, decides to go long. No, a bounce. Now he peels off. He could just about kick it from there. Off one step. Rowe. Good mark in front of Worsfold.
Good shiver from Lee too to allow to keep Gehrig out of the way from running at Buckley.
Might be too far out for him. 5-3 to 2-5 at the moment. Brad Rowe asking the umpire where the mark is. He thinks it should be a little bit further back. And Sav Rocker coming up to have that jaw maybe stitched. It looked a pretty bad cut, and he'll be replaced by Michael Christian.
He's only got to change his jumper. There's no reason why a trainer can't run his jumper out to him. The play after coming off for that's silly.
Now Rowe looking for options. I don't think he's too confident about kicking this. .55 metres out now. He'll kick it from probably just inside the line. That's not a bad kick. He's got the distance, but the accuracy leaves a little bit to be desired. It's out of bounds on the full, and a free kick will go to West Coast in their right back pocket to be taken by Waterman.
Collingwood by 16 points. Waterman around the outer side. Walker knocks it away from Gehrig. Roving the pack, you know who, McGuane. Terrific first half so far. Down towards Richardson. Jakovic knocks it away. Down in front was Hyder. Sliding in there was Patterson with great courage. It's held to him and will have a bounce. Ooh. In fact, it's Buckley at the base of all of that. No, he's given the ball up. What about the push in the back, he says?
Yeah. 5 minutes ago.
Jakovic comes across to Banfield. Now this is Worsfold. He boots it towards the wing. Lewis. It ricochets off his body and goes across the line. Williams tracking it across. So a throw in right on the wing as we go down to Dipper.
Yeah, Sav Rocker's just received 2 painkillers. He's got a 2-inch gash under his chin and probably received about 8 or 9 stitches.
In front, Turnbull knocks it down. Awkward bounce for Burns. Lewis controlling it pretty well. Was held without it. He'll get the free kick. Bit of magic there from Chris Lewis. Wants the ball. Left half forward for the West Coast Eagles, who trail. Collingwood looking the far better side at the present time. Centering kick. Back comes Brown with a lack of conviction, I thought, and Banfield's taken the mark on the 50.
Yeah, I think Brown thought that Mitchell White was going to come through and have a go from the half-back area with Krasiska.
Banfield sets it up down towards full forward. Ball drifting back, almost the grab. Through his hands and across the line and behind. Brown hasn't seen much of the ball. There's Banfield. Gavin Brown just 3 kicks so far.
And McKenna's tied him up beautifully.
Pert. 5-3 to 2-6. Pert directly down the middle, and they've got runners either side of this contest, and somehow they've got across to Banfield, who was tackled strongly by Krasiska. They still move it. McGuane on the centre wicket area, brilliantly controlled. On his knees to James, over the top Krasiska. Krasiska inside the 50, a wayward kick, awkward one down there. Richardson in front, keeps it in front, across to Brown. Speak of the devil, he pulls it back. They'll contest about 5 metres out, and Worsfold prepared to concede a behind. And Collingwood doing very well from the set plays kicking in.
5-4 to 2-6. 34 plays 18 at the MCG. The Wood seeking to repeat their win here last year over the reigning premiers. Waterman now gets the hurry on from the umpire. In the end, not really a good kick. Walker, a good fist away. Richardson back to James. Spears the pass into Walker in a worse position. Good centering kick though from the youngster against his old club. Kerrison, usually a defender. McGuane out to Brown. Oh, Kemp. Brown, plenty of time in the end to go off goal, but he's missed. And Buckley having another word to the umpire.
How retrospective is an advantage.
Goodness me.
Well, he paid the advantage, then Brown wanted it back because he missed the kick.
5-5 to 2-6 it is at the MCG. Things warming up a little bit. And Nathan Buckley, well, doing a Teddy Whitten trying to umpire.
Was that a defence? The whistle put me off, Roscoe.
No.
Jakovic with the kick. Oh, good climb by Turnbull over Christian, who's just come on. Turnbull from left centre wing. You have to say with the breeze, although it does swirl here. McIntosh, a lightning hand pass to White. He's nearly caught, gives it out. This will be a goal. Heady 5 metres out, puts it through. Brett Heady's first goal, and the Eagles get their third.
So Pike still in the dugout, and play about to recommence. 35 plays 24. Christian goes up and gets it down. Kerrison out of the middle towards half forward. Richardson, unkind bounce. Worsfold waiting behind. Russell has got it. Ran into a dead end. A couple of them. He's dragged to the ground and a ball up. 5-5 plays 3-6. Game of the day at the MCG. Magpies looking for their first victory of the season. Gehrig and Walker, one down by the former. Booted wide by McKenna. Unkind bounce out there for Banfield. It favoured McGuane. He's right on the 50. Tries to centre it. Richardson's a good mark.
Played the free kick for across the shoulder.
Here's a comer, Richardson. In the Foster's Cup last year, in the pre-season competition, showed some very good form.
Oh. The old 1-2.
Both sides.
So Richardson going at his first goal this afternoon after a mandatory 8 count. Gets it from 20 metres out. Eagles in trouble.
So back to the centre at 6-5 to 3-6. 10 minutes left in the half. James out of the centre. Opens it up beautifully for Patterson. Goes at goal. Low trajectory drop putt. Is off target and through for a minor score. The one behind, kicked by Steve Patterson, his first score of the day. 6-6 to 3-6, and even 18 points. And that 18 points could blow out a little bit if we get another heavy shower of rain, which is on the cards and also on the horizon. Gehrig marks just up from the back pocket. Chips it short again. Simmons in front of Patterson. Simmons came on midway through the first quarter. Ball at the back. Bond gives it back to him. A high drop punt. White. Krasiska. Buckley gets buffeted out of the contest. James looks down there for his teammate in Burns, who can kick long. Not so this time. Walker still remembering that great goal he kicked in the first quarter. I dare say he will for a while as well. Wilson off the ground. Back to Walker. Nice balk to get around Simmons. Richardson, good mark.
It looked like a floater from here, Pete. I'm not sure if he intended to go there, but when you're in front posse, you're always a chance in the forward area, particularly with those. Not an indiscriminate kick, but I think A kick that perhaps was directed elsewhere. He did very well though to control it initially. Just watch off the boot here. Yeah, she dropped a bit. It was intended to go a bit longer.
Strong hands and from good stock. Famous name at Collingwood. He kicks like he's down 2. It's a goal.
So Collingwood now double the Eagles score, 48-24. Over 8 minutes, just over 8 minutes till half-time, and Brown will get a free kick. They're winning decidedly in the centre at the present time, Collingwood. Digging it out almost at will. Brown down towards half forward. Here comes Richardson once more, forced to fly from behind that time. Finds it on the ground in front of the pack. Has it knocked away by Evans. Loose ball wide, picked up by Buckley. All-class Buckley hooks it inside the 50. Djakovic went back with courage. Worsfold takes the mark on his chest. Told to play on. Can they make something of this? No, the ball will come back. Well, that's interesting as well. I'm having trouble with this, Roscoe.
Well,
You're not the only one.
or was he giving a free kick to...
Well, fair
Oh,
enough.
he paid a free kick to Djakovic. Okay. Well, I didn't see that.
Advantage still could be played.
Should have. Well, the wrong player had the ball to start with.
All right. Still happens a few times though. Gehrig's got the ball on the wing, so they've gone to where they wanted to go, but a few more Collingwood players have arrived. Banfield, Wilson is on the wing, pokes it around the corner to Ball. He tries to go through the traffic. That's holding the ball. James got him in a very strong tackle. Plays on immediately. Kelly off one step, floats it down towards half forward. McKenna's in front. Chips it wide, intended for Kemp. Kemp and Brown there. Little shuffle. So Kemp down towards left centre wing to Wilson. Don't gain much with that to McKenna. Coming to meet him is James, who knocks it away. Poor football by the Eagles there. Matera, a chance to make amends. Got a good shepherd from Wilson. Boots it down towards full forward. All Collingwood at the fall of the ball. Kelly was up, only to miss it. Going through strongly was Christian, collided with McIntosh. Christian, a good tackle, got Evans down. Lewis couldn't control it. Spills wide, taken by White. Great pressure on the Eagles. Look at those tackles. They got him down again. Pert got Bond down eventually. It comes to Kemp. This is grand final tempo at the moment. Collingwood throwing everything by the kitchen sink for the West Coast Eagles. It's out of bounds and will be thrown in.
Yeah. 7 minutes left in the half, and what a game.
Well, I think it's best described as Dan said. It's like a grand final. That was outstanding.
It was great stuff. On the shoulder, free kick or holding. It's going Collingwood's way. Christian coming on earlier in this quarter. White stands the mark.
He's playing for a spot in the side, Michael Christian. He's very committed.
And just out of the corner of my eye, I saw the Eagles make a change a few minutes back, or a few moments back. Quite see who went off. Buckley chips in short in front of McIntosh. Out wide on his own Craig Kelly, who was kickless in the first quarter, doing a little better in the second. Matera, that could be 50, will be 50. Stupid play from Scott Burns.
Oh, you're kidding.
He's reversed it.
No, he's just taking
not
back.
giving 50.
Rather than giving 50, that's right.
What? Are they allowed to do that? Annul the 50?
Heady. Bond. Just couldn't quite hang on to it. Chance for the Eagles. White tries to pull it round. It's a wrestle in front. Kelly takes the mark, gives it over to McGuane, who plays on. Kemp's nearly got him. Good pressuring by Kemp, and the error follows. It's out of bounds.
I'm just looking for a new rule book, Pete.
We're all a little bit confused, I think, this quarter.
Well, I wouldn't say categorically you can't annul the 50, but it must be a new innovation.
We'll have to look that one up. Anyway, that's a good shot of the angle that Bond is facing. Shane Bond from 30 metres out. That's not a bad effort. It's close. Goal umpire hasn't moved. What's he going to give? One behind. Kick by Shane Bond, his first score. Also came on this quarter. And rain falling again, albeit light. Was Mainwaring having a stint on the bench.
Not a bad bench. Djakovic there with him.
Pert to kick in. Looked as though he was going to favour the member side, then goes straight down the ground to Buckley. Wilson went with him. Matera, Williams gives chase. Umpire nearly slips over. Buckley reads it best, pushes Lewis off, and away he goes.
These set plays are working all the time for Collingwood out of defence as the ball comes out wide. Opportunity for McKenna. When I think back to that final at the Wacker, that was one of the big things that came out of that game. Collingwood ripped them coming out of defence after a set play from a behind. There goes the kick from Kerrison. Down towards half forward. Up in front was Walker, fisted away. Patterson roving the pack quickly onto the left boot. Gains about 25 metres. Brown, like a basketballer, bounced it to his own advantage, but it did cross the line.
Yes, I think Kerrison, who's the player who kicked that ball down, as Dennis said, he's got a problem with the left hammy.
Centre breaks. No surprises there. Christian in front. Turnbull from behind. Knocks it down. Gehrig missed the ball. Down goes James. On top Evans. And the ball up. 7-6 plays 3-7. And I would say the temperature has dropped probably 3 or 4 degrees in the last 10 minutes. And we could be set for some rain. Threatening clouds. In fact, misting rain falling as I speak. On cue. Marvellous. Burns. James gets it across. Burns the short pass down towards the pocket. Rocker is there in close attendance. Brennan, it's across the line and will be thrown in.
Boundary throw in. Wilson wins it for the Eagles. Collingwood ball. McKenna rides his opponent into the ground. Free kick.
He's got himself back in the game, Pete. Gavin Brown. McKenna had fixed him up in that first quarter. Then McKenna went on to Buckley.
3 touches in the first quarter.
Yeah. McKenna's probably been the Eagles' best player.
Pretty tricky shot though, just the same. At a 50-degree angle with a wet ball and into what breeze we have. So this will test a veteran of nearly 150 games. But he's got Gavin Brown's first goal. 6 goal kickers for Collingwood have booted their 8. And that rain that Dennis mentioned makes that lead look even better, doesn't it? 54 to 25. Kemp out of the centre. He's still got another chance. Followed it up well from Ball. Now Heady across his body. Snapshot. Great kick and a goal. Well, just the one they wanted. Brett Heady kicks his second. And the West Coast stay in touch. 8-6 to 4-7.
Collingwood on top by 23 points. Bounce in the middle. Christian knocks it down. Kemp hasn't got the ball. No free kick. McKenna tried to force his way through. James scrambles it down towards half forward. Wilson approaches the ball rather tentatively, but did very well. Kicks it towards the outer side. Bond in front. Going back almost the mark to Watson. Bond the recovery. Run down by Brown. Watson away to Krasiska, who runs to the wing and kicks to half forward. Up goes Walker. Bounces off his chest. Where's the ball? Still in play. Banfield gets back, feeds it across to Gehrig. Gehrig close to the boundary line, kicks towards half forward, ball's in front. Kelly the big fist away, taken by Bond. That was no place to park. Socket off the ground by Kemp. Kemp's got it on the outer side wing. Kicks it back towards half forward. Watson has to wait. That's a very good mark. Andor free kick, and that hurt. Bond came down with the knee, and Watson, who was down earlier, courageously gets to his feet. Watch the landing here. It wasn't a soft one from Bond. Oh. So the ball on the outer side. Walker goes up. Tears coming from all our eyes. In front McKenna. The ball's out of bounds and will be thrown in.
On a day like today.
That's probably why I didn't feel it.
Well, they make jokes about Melbourne's weather. 4 seasons in the one day. This is the 4th. Probably Summer would have been struggling today though. McKenna, well, in my book, just about the Eagles' best player at the moment. Bond, who's done well since he came on. Back to Lewis. Lewis at right centre wing. Can they get another one before half-time? That's a holding decision going the Eagles' way. Crowd doesn't like it, but it was there, and Peter Matera will take the free kick. It's against Williams.
Yep. Who, whilst not having a lot of touches himself, but in fact just the 2 kicks, he's restricted Matera, whose usual dominance comes to the fore.
100th game, I dare say he will certainly remember for more reasons than one. Now, distance shouldn't be a problem. And a kick from about 30 metres out directly in front of goal. He doesn't like it. One behind. Kicked by the Norm Smith medalists, Peter Matera, his first score of the day. So still only 2 Eagles players have got goals, both of them 2 to Brett Heady and also Jason Bork. Gary Pert kicks the ball clear of hand and foot and over the line in the process. Again hooks it like a right-footed Peter Sumich kick up towards midfield. Matera, almost a push at the back. That was against Burns. The umpire lets it go, and go is the word for the Magpies. Brown tries to get it moving. Christian, you'll have to be quick. Oh, Matera came at him. Good mark as that rain gets heavier, taken by Rowe, right on 50. As Dennis said earlier, grand final tempo, but not grand final weather. It's a very greasy pill. And this is Simmons. Simmons clearing kick out towards half-back.
Well done by Watson, knocked it down to his own advantage. The short one is on to Patterson, just on the line. Patterson. We're down to 35 seconds. The short one to Richardson. Richardson, 2 goals already, causing them problems, both on the ball and on the forward line. Sharp angle, but he's in the right pocket. Not a happy camper at the present time. Driving rain now. Could almost be a match-winning lead if he gets it, and he's got it.
So it's a good kick.
Great kick. Oh.
No?
Well, he thought it was a goal. The
put it
Collingwood
down.
players were celebrating, and the crowd behind the goals also joining in the spirit of the thing. It's amazing what one wag can do. Brennan gets it out to Matera, who's got it left half back. So a let-off right on the siren for the Eagles, and the rain is pelting down now. It is bitterly cold at the MCG, but the hearts of the Collingwood faithful very warm indeed as a result of that first half. 8-7 to 4-8 started the second half of the MCG. Collingwood superb in the first half. 23 points the difference. Turnbull and Richardson. It's won by Turnbull, taken by Wilson. Hurried kick down towards half forward. Alan Richardson feeds it out wide. Paul Williams has got the run of it. Dragged down. Good chase from Matera. Forced the error. This is Kemp further afield, close to the boundary line. Pulls it back towards the attacking 50, but in front is Williams.
Yeah, Richardson now the job on Heady with Hassel being beaten in the first half.
Former Lark medalist drives it towards the wing. Up in front, Richardson, a big leap. Brown found it between his legs, dragged down, slapped out by Russell. Here's Hassel, close to the line, kicks it down towards half forward. Simmons leading back in the race. Banfield comes across to assist. Rocker got him down, spills to Simmons. Simmons out of his own defensive area towards Kemp, and it carries him, and Hassel gets in behind. A rookie last season, he played every game. Terrific goer. Centering kick intended for Rocker once more. Up he got. In front, McKenna with some time. Floats it towards the outer side. Slow motion out there. Matera was taken high.
Tell you what, Banff was in trouble too after that tackle by Rocker. He can't get himself going again. He's got the job on McGuane.
Peter Matera. Awkward looking punt kick. Hard to pick the bounce on that. Kelly didn't read it well, but has given away a free kick too high. The advantage is paid. Jakovic gets it away. Brennan 15 metres out, kicks it goal and gets it. So the Eagles getting the quick one. 8-7 to 5-8. As Dennis said, the rain has stopped, but the ball pretty slippery. Brown, a little nudge for his trouble. Wilson trying to go through. No success in that move. Turnbull off the ground. Now Pike. Long to half forward, full forward. Lewis off the ground. Oh no, he's missed. I think he had a couple of goes at that. Didn't quite make contact the first time.
I think there's some hands on it from Collingwood players. They desperate there. Tripped a little bit too in the end.
So one behind, kicked by Chris Lewis, 55-39, marking contest. Free kicks as the umpire too high. Mickey McGuane, 9 possessions in the first quarter. Got the Magpies away to a great start. He'll kick from right half back.
Not a lot of depth in the kick. It goes down towards half forward. Knocked out of there by Walker. Taken by Patterson. Patterson gets inside the 50. Heads for home. Brennan goes back and knocks it across the line. He's doing all the scoring in this term.
There's some Banfield will come off. Robbie Wiley just telling him to get out. Come back off the ground. We'll leave McGuane free for a moment. Mainwaring to come on.
Meantime, the kick in. Evans in front. And the ball trickles across the line. Michael Brennan just posting his 19th career goal to start this term as Drew Banfield sits down. A hard worker, they'll miss him. Mainwaring gets his chance. Underdone, but a great fighter. Richardson out of the congestion, wide of the pack. McGuane, well, he did it nicely. Sold a bill of goods there. He goes down towards the pocket. Brennan's in front. Rocker over the top. Walker waits. Confronted by Brennan. Out of bounds and will be thrown in deep in the pocket. 8-8-5-9. Gehrig and Walker. Walker's been quite good today. Gehrig works his way in front. The vagaries of football. Walker, a West Australian. Gehrig, a Victorian. Deep in the pocket, Hassel. Across the line it goes.
20 metres from the behind post. The Eagles with the early goal in this quarter. Alan McAllister, and I think the gentleman nearer the camera was Gubby Allen. Out of bounds again, so the boundary umpire will do it all once more.
Quick change there by Lee Matthews to Krasiska. Now has gone across onto Hetty. Richardson to pick up Bond.
Dennis Pagan, interested viewer in the southern stand. Kemp, who's been good, has to get rid of the pigeons before he can try to gain control of the football. And the Eagles working it away from goal. Dermot Brereton with his wife Tony. Same ruckman. Walker wins it this time. Little kick off the ground from Chris Mainwaring. Gains the Eagles another 5 metres. So not too much happening in the early part of the third quarter. The rain has ceased, at least momentarily. Tony Francis. Another one sidelined. Gehrig slaps it down. Kemp again. Hassel is Hassel. McKenna applies a bear-like tackle and it's out of bounds.
Free kick, Pete, in the back. Probably against Kemp, who was the second person on the scene there.
Gavin Brown. Now he's bringing it back. Had a quiet first quarter. Certainly came into the game and made his presence felt late in the second. Brown from left half forward. Rocker will be the target. He's caught behind. Snapshot at goal from Scott Burns. Looks pretty good. That's a goal. Great kick.
So the Maggies have got some nice goals today. Buckley, Walker, and now Burns. And they skip away to what is a very handy lead once more. Hassel has it knocked away. Kemp, strong tackle by Richardson. The advantage of a mobile big man there. Immediately back into the contest on the ground, applying a strong tackle. And Kemp going nowhere. 9-8-5-9. A real battle at the MCG. Turnbull knocks it wide. This is Williams. Towards half forward, McKenna read it brilliantly off the boot, gets in front. Evans, the defensive side of the wing, Tony Evans, long bombs it down towards half forward, fisted away by Krasiska. Lewis couldn't control it. Richardson, that's Allen, back to midfield. His namesake was up, fisted away by Turnbull that time. Krasiska into the face of Evans. Almost been a free kick there to Collingwood, slapped out by Krasiska. Seemed a high tackle in there somewhere. Richardson tried to soccer it out. It's grabbed by Lewis inside the 50. Jakovic almost the mark. Heady a free kick. Nothing doing. We'll have a ball up.
You're supposed to protect the player going for the ball, as Brett Heady says. Made the effort courageously, gets barrel from behind, if not high.
High and in the back.
Oh, goodness me.
Still, he's no stranger to that sort of treatment, Heady. He does it hard. Richardson over the top. Williams tries to knock it down. Burns in front. Matera slaps it out. Well played by Pert. Clears the zone, at least momentarily. Evans seems to be okay. Great tackle by James. Geez, a good tackler. Lewis over the top, taken by Pike. Buckley got to him, but not in time. This is Turnbull off his step inside the 50. It's an awkward floater coming through down there. Richardson. Pert gets back into the feet of Hetty. It ricochets away from goal. This is Wilson. He's run down by Watson. Loose ball. Burns. He was waiting to be hit that time. Says something about the pressure. Turnbull knocks it out. Bond's got it. Matera surrounded. Gets onto that trusty right foot. And 5 metres out. Ball has taken the mark.
50 metres.
You get a credit at 45, Roscoe.
McKenna's come off the ground too for some treatment. I'm not sure why. McIntosh has gone on to that half-back line to pick up Brown, who's interchanged with Buckley on that half-forward flank. So I'm not sure why McKenna's come off.
No penalty on that. Ball, point-blank range, kicks the goal, his third.
Now, he would have been brought back to the goal line had 50 metres been applied. As it was, there was only a couple of metres difference in it. But
well, if it was Earl Spalding, you'd want it, wouldn't you?
I was just kidding. Here we see Burns under pressure here. And here Matera, just class.
So Gavin Brown does it again. High kick, not too much distance with it though. Buckley on the end of it, reads the play well. James. Oh, Pert from midfield, the full back. Down towards Rocker, full back to full forward. Rocker can't mark it. Rowe went through like a steam train, but unfortunately for Collingwood couldn't control the football. And again, the Eagles defence see it over the line for a throw-in.
Worsfold outstanding there, Pete. Just absolutely desperate. Knew that Rowe was going to get through there and just dived.
Rocker and Brennan. Brennan wins it. Pike. Caught. Won't be a mark. Not the required distance. Rocker. Like Rick McCosker in the centenary test with that bandage. Worsfold, not the crowd favourite, again to the forefront where he usually leads from, out of bounds. Not great stats, but he's solid down there. And the runner just coming out with the trainer to have a word to Rowe. Gehrig out of bounds again in front of Johnny Hassel. So another throw-in. The Eagles working it around the boundary line.
Patterson's in trouble too, Pete.
Nick Hyder probably coming back on. Hyder had a very good pre-season. Youngster from Camperdown. Flipped up to Walker. Off the side of the boot. Russell. Started on the bench. No mark taken in the congestion. Down goes Patterson. Wilson comes away with the football. A high kick towards the half-back flank. McGuane. Lewis taken high. The umpire elects to let it go. Still he goes, Lewis. The quick hand passes to Mainwaring. Well shepherded, and Mainwaring kicks to half forward.
It's tough in there. Richardson stands his ground. Wants to play on. Now what? Shepherding on the mark, was it?
Yes.
And a free kick to Bond.
Yep. As Patterson does come off and Hyder to come on.
Good friend Ray Jordan would say, a bewilderer. So Bond's got this free. He's too far out to score. That's up ahead.
So it was another rain shower, I think.
Yes, very dark again and very cold. What? Well, I give up. Richardson's got the ball and he kicks it back towards the wing. And now 50 metres against Bond, is it? Roscoe, you want a Brownlow, you understand them.
Yes, that was 12 years ago then. It's changed.
Richardson kicks inside the 50. Socket off the ground there by Wilson. It comes out wide. Mainwaring, another socker. Inadvertently across the boundary line it skids. Well, there's a school of thought the kick was always Richardson's, but still very strange because the players totally befuddled down there, and the umpire certainly close enough to tell them what he wanted done. Turnbull knocks it down. across the line with Kemp. Now, normally we don't bag umpires too much, but this has been very strange this afternoon.
Perhaps they're not allowed to talk to players.
Giving them the cold shoulder. It would fit today. Kemp knocks it out. McKenna. What we do have is a good game of footy as McKenna goes down towards half forward. Jakovic was up, loose ball behind. Watson will be first back. He's got this ball deep in his own defensive area. Sets it up for Williams. How will it bounce? Guess who's closing? There he is. Matera, superbly done. Williams came again. Matera didn't have the ball. He'll get the free.
Good decision, or the right decision.
That was wonderful.
Peter Matera played it well. Kelly underneath. Pert gives him assistance. Watson, the educated kick along the boundary line for a throw-in.
Well, the crowd shouldn't be booing because Matera did not have the football and did not drop the ball. It just built free from the contest and then was held by Williams.
They are Collingwood supporters, Ross. Only one eye. But still, you've got to be one-eyed to enjoy footy. Getting very dark. That next shower of rain not too far away. Lewis went through without the footy. Holding the ball, is it? No. He had it underneath him.
I think Gavin Brown's look then said it all.
And Chris having plenty to say himself as we watch it in replay. Oh, might have been stiff. Knocked out by Turnbull. Williams went through. So too did Matera. Kemp, who's got pretty good stats so far, 11 and 4, being one of the Eagles' best players. Seven and a half minutes left in the third term. The Magpies by only 17 points. Low scoring affair. We have another whistle. Eagles free kick at the bounce, or the throw in. It's going to be Turnbull's, I think. Yes, Turnbull to take the free from left centre wing. Good kick. Huge pack of players. McIntosh got a couple of mitts to it. Flips it out the back. Watson's kick. Pert kicked it straight to Bond. Richardson comes at him. Bond still gets his kick. It's all Collingwood though. Pert takes the mark. It might have been over the line for a score, and a minor one at that.
Good pressure by Richardson. Allen.
Shane Bond, 2 behinds this afternoon. 62-45 is the score. Gary Pert goes short to the pocket, where he finds Alan Richardson.
And that last behind, the first score for 11 minutes. This is a battle. Williams drives it wide towards the wing. Turnbull with discipline thumps it forward. There's that man again, Kemp, out against the line. All the poise in the world. He pulls it back inside the 50. Well marked in front. Great courage by Krasiska. I'm sure he could hear them coming. Krasiska in the back pocket. Side in front. 9-8 to 6-10. Short. Watson. Reliable defender. From his own defensive 50, wide around the outer side, very good. Walker, good mark, strong lead. He ran about 40 metres as Rocker comes off. Walker's got the ball on the outer side wing. Committed lead, that one. Next goal, very important in the context of this game. Brown, superb lead, almost the mark. Couldn't hang on. Russell knocked it down. Rowe worked it forward. McGuane, who's gone out of the game. Lewis confounded everybody. Kicks it across half back now. It's a foot race. Simmons has got plenty of pace. Runs onto the loose ball. Kicks it wide. What's the next part of the jigsaw for the Eagles? Unfortunately, Pert's in front from their point of view. But Ball did well. He kept coming. Great tackle, Christian. Got him down. Ball jarred free. Krasiska comes away. Probing kick inside the 50. McKenna's up in front. Couldn't claim the mark. Committed Main Waring. Great sidestep. He comes away. Gets it across to Waterman. Waterman goes towards the middle. Heady, awkward half volley. Taken high. He'll get the free kick. Marvellous control by Heady on the half volley. And no doubting the free. So hard this. Watch it again. Oh. Just terrific. I knew that was coming. Main Waring on the wing. Kicks inside the 50. Ball goes back with courage. Over the top, fisted away by Watson. Putting his body in McIntosh. Sliding through Pert. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in.
5 minutes left in the third term. Score's hard to come by as Collingwood lead 9-8 to 6-10. Christian Down to Kelly. And it's all tied up. Still inside the 50-metre line. There's another threatening shower. He's just about at the MCG. Of course, if that rain comes, it will help Collingwood. The next goal, as Dennis mentioned, absolutely vital in the context of this affair. Ball up high. Still he goes. Hand pass comes out to Brown. Again, a foot race. The Eagles have the numbers. Guy McKenna, who's been excellent, to Pike. Centering kick. McIntosh is his target. Richardson, a fumble. Bond out the front. Again, ball. Oh, slips over at the crucial moment. And the tackle is by Burns. It's effective. The desired result is there. It's out of bounds in the Eagles' right forward pocket. Jason Ball, the Eagles' leading goal kicker today. He has 3 from only 5 kicks. And now the rain comes. Christian spent a bit of time on the bench. Kick off the ground, through for 1 behind.
Not sure who that was, Pete.
No, I'm not sure.
Can't help you there.
That's why I looked at you. Thanks very much.
From Pike.
Don Pike. All right, we'll give it to him. His first score of the day, 9-8.
Worst fight with a bit of blood in his nose too, by the looks. Clearing that up, the head trainer.
To 6-11 is the score. Well, the last show we had was just before half-time. They're coming at regular intervals. This one just before 3/4 time. Again, the whistle warning from the umpire to Gary Pert to kick it in. He's got in short. It's okay in the mark. In the pouring rain to Gavin Krasiska. It is teeming. Good kick, though, by the Collingwood veteran. Krasiska's kick up towards midfield. No mark taken, as you would expect under conditions like that. Worsfold dives on it. Grab high.
Too high. Goodness.
And the mark taken by Buckley.
The umpire was 5 metres from that, Pete. Couldn't see it.
A worm bender. McKenna in everything so far. Pike. Again, Krasiska. He fumbles, but we can find excuses today. Oh, beautifully done. Great ball control. Buckley onto Krasiska to left half forward. The Eagles have the numbers. Rowe is there. The tidying up work done by Mainwaring to centre wing and McIntosh. McIntosh's kick to the right half forward flank. Pert, he'll go for the boundary line. No mistake about that. And takes it over inside 50, 45 metres from goal.
McIntosh has been taken off, replaced by Mitchell White.
Both coaches swinging changes of plenty late in the 3rd term. The clock ticking down to 3 minutes before the 3/4 time siren. Next goal, well, if there is going to be another goal in this term under these conditions, Hassel runs into Alan Richardson. Still good enough to get a kick away. McGuane gone out of the game a little bit in the last part of this term. It's out of bounds on centre wing.
Yes, that's because of Mainwaring's influence.
20 possessions for Mick McGuane. Guy McKenna. Tough in the clinches at the present time. Turnbull, who's done pretty well, particularly since half-time, but only as far as Burns. High floated towards half-forward. Worsfold couldn't find it in the air. Here's Walker. He's at left half-forward, about 75 metres from goal. Tugs it back. Richardson in front. That's a very good mark.
It was a great kick too, Dennis, wasn't it?
Yep.
Found its mark.
Breezy ball, and Richardson controlled it very well. He's got 2. I think this guy can play. Richardson from the 50. I knew that'd fix him. Cross towards James, fisted away by Wilson. Matera grabbed. Hyder, unkind bounce. Simmons is in there for the Eagles. And they find a draw, so just over 2 minutes till 3/4 time. 9-8. Plays 6-11. 17 scoring shots apiece.
2 minutes before the end of the quarter. A real wet weather football. Out of bounds on the full. And McGuane is going to take the free kick. He doesn't know it's his. Now is he going to try to give it off? Or is he going to have a shot? Brown makes a lead. He's ignored that. He'll turn to a pillar of salt if he stands still too long today. A frozen one. Chipping in short, Brett James.
In that situation, a player should never be able to get free. You should always have one-on-one, and the player on the boundary line should be forced to have a shot at goal.
Let's take a look at it again and see whose boot it came off. Well, impossible to pick up.
Couldn't see there.
We'll give the boundary umpire some credit. Hawkeye. Difficult shot. And the thing in his favour, he's got the breeze at his back. Oh, what a kick, what a goal. A very handy goal, close to three-quarter time.
Approaching three-quarter time. The first score by the Magpies since the 6-minute mark of this term, but what an important goal it was from James, who's been a very good player. Ball to Jakovic, tries to crash his way through. They work it out. Buckley got it to Burns, who kicks it back towards midfield. Awkward bounce for Mainwaring. Christian knocks it away. Still Christian. Worth a kick as he thumps it down towards left half forward. Coming up to meet the ball, Wilson, but he left it behind. There's James again. Across the line it goes, but will be thrown in. He's been terrific. And one of the features of his game, apart from those stats, has been his tackling. He really is a dogged tackler for a man of his size. In front, Christian knocks it down. Mainwaring tried to stop the ball, didn't succeed. McKenna comes through, touch ball off the boot. It bounces towards the wing. Kelly and Jakovic. Kelly keeps it in front, then lost it. Pike showed a lot of courage to stand in front of the oncoming Kelly. Now they're away. Kick comes down inside the 50 from Matera, who got it from Pike. Good contest close to the boundary line. Heady pitted against Krasiska, and the ball goes across. And the boundary throw-in.
Yes, and Chris Lewis just saying to Matera as he crossed that 50-metre square that Lewis was free as a bird out in the middle there, and Matera just didn't see him, which is unlike Matera. Normally has very good vision.
Last half minute of the third quarter. As the rain still tumbles down, Ball gets it down to the front of the pack from the throw-in, and Gary Pert takes Mitchell White and the football across the line for another throw-in. As the clock once again stops, 23 seconds remaining. The Eagles desperately needing a goal before the bell. And they've got a chance here. Ball up high. Burns is there. Comes out with the football. Past Pike. Some tunnel ball.
Too high.
That's Turnbull. Will get the free kick.
Yeah, he was tackled too high in the first instance, Pete.
And this will be the last kick of the quarter because the clock shows 11 seconds.
Well, he's one player who can kick that distance.
Very important kick, this one, isn't it?
Eagles desperately needing a goal. The siren will sound. Turnbull right on 50. Has it got the carry? I think it has, but it's touched the post. One behind. The drama continues at the MCG. So at three-quarter time, the scoreboard, as Mick Malthouse comes out onto the ground, shows Collingwood leading 10-8-68. A 20-point advantage over the West Coast Eagles. 6-12-48.
On the arena after today's game, thank you.
Final turn of the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Collingwood out by 20 points. The breeze not a factor. It's been a tough, unrelenting game. Rucks go at it. Christian had the run, knocks it down. Kick straight up in the air from Russell. They compete again. Flying over the top, Buckley. Loose ball wide of the pack. Matera claimed by Buckley. Hyde is socketed forward. James is in there as well. Over the top, Matera. Walker throws it on the boot. Gains about 15 metres. Worsfold stopped it. Back it comes to Brown. Bad luck for Hassel. He slipped over. And Hassel off the ground. Got Matera. Advantage is paid. Now they've stopped. And it's coming back. Well, why is it 50? It was a free kick, but I didn't see anything after that. So he got the free, and now he's got 50 metres.
Matera's still pretty sore too.
Matera. About 60 metres from goal. Comes out wide. Turnbull. Just outside the 50. Settles. Goes for home. High kick. They'll contest about 10 metres out. The flyer from behind was Lewis. Couldn't rake it in. It goes across for a behind. Matera seems to be okay. Well, Hassel had bad luck initially, slipped over and tried to make the best of a bad lot from lying on the ground. Here's Pert to bring it in.
Terrific match. Gary Pert to kick in. Goes in short. Dangerous. Well, you often ask why, Roscoe.
Yeah, well, today I think, Pete, because it has worked very well. And as Dan said before, They've done it very well against Eagles in the past, so keep trying.
White has the chance to bring the Eagles within a couple of kicks. .48 metres out from goal. Goal umpire does not move. It's there. It's through. So Gary Pert has some thinking to do. Mitchell White gets the goal. The difference 13 points. Kemp out of the centre. White again can't mark it this time. Watson puts the body in, goes for the hand pass. It's intercepted by Lewis, who puts it out in front of goal. Collingwood with the numbers out there. It's almost an Eagles mark. Bond was terrific. Nice sidestep by Matera to try to get front position. Williams goes off the ground. Ball back to Christian. Playing for his place in the side, you would reckon. McKenna.
Oh, brilliant. Great
ball skills, and then gets one from Christian. Turnbull onto Heady. Good tackle. It spills for the captain. The hustling of the Magpies sees it to Richardson. Almost a mark to Rowe. Can't drag it in. The greasy ball still in play, and finally taken over the line by Johnny Worsfold for throw in on centre wing. 17.5 minutes of what has been a fantastic match still left in this contest as the trainers try to keep their feet and treat Brett Heady at the same time.
Well, if it's a hamstring, he's had a history of them.
He certainly was hit hard. Knocked down by Christian, taken by Kemp. He seems to be lifting. He's been solid all day. It's out of bounds. Well, McKenna just moments ago, terrific, standing his ground, and then Rowe also doing very, very well in a tight situation. Boundary throw in. Christian in front. Turnbull from behind. Christian slaps it down. It's out of bounds once more. So the margin 13 points. It was 23 at half-time. Very slippery. A lot of heavy rain today. Banfield gone for the game. Christian, who's done pretty well. Kemp knocks it the Eagles' way. Buckley, who started well, hits it towards the boundary. Here's Hassel in a confined space. That's a brilliant pickup from half back, floats it towards the wing. Well done again by McKenna. Bounce favoured Brown, gets it out. Williams couldn't control it. Walker's over the ball. Little toe poke through there by Jakovic. Brown heads for the boundary. It's out again. Not pretty at the present time. Well, not the best we've seen of this game, but some very tired players out on the MCG. A real battle. Christian and Turnbull, won by Turnbull this time, into the path of Lewis. Interesting kick. He pulls it back towards centre half forward. Propping off the ball, Gehrig. Socket away there by Kelly into open space. Mainwaring tried to get more angle on the ball. It spills out towards the wing, though. Still Mainwaring. He's got company. Over the top, Russell wants the decision, holding the ball.
Scotty Russell takes the free kick.
I'm amazed.
Worsfold runs hard at the football. James, who kicked a great telling goal late in the third quarter. Wilson to Simmons. Back to that same player. Peter Wilson. Lewis would have been mark of the day had he dragged it down. Gary Pert, long clearing kick, and the Collingwood supporters ask, why didn't he do it earlier in this quarter? Kemp, who's been terrific in the clinches this afternoon, and there have been many. 13 and 5 for Dean Kemp, putting his body on the line, and it's going to be a bounce just outside the centre square on the outer side. Great game of football, as was mentioned just a few minutes back. Not pretty. It's tight, it's close, and some pretty tired players out there this afternoon battling for the 4 points. Matera off the ground for Williams. Kemp again. He's been terrific. It's going to be a foot race again. Now Burns gives the hand pass away. Williams has caught. Great tackle from McKenna. Loose ball once more. Collingwood with the numbers. Richardson. Kelly. Now the Woods, can they build on this? Gavin Brown's kick. Inside half forward. Richardson. Buckley's little give. Back to Richardson again. Pike's got him. Tackling ferocious by both sides. Brennan onto Pike. Pike's kick up towards midfield or centre wing. It's a Collingwood ball. Burns gives it away to Watson. And good mark taken by Rowe on centre wing. Off one step. Walker off hands and out of bounds in front of Peter Wilson. So a boundary throw in, 75 metres from the Collingwood goal. He's been great this afternoon, Walker. 10 kicks and a fantastic goal early in the game.
Bad option there from Rowe. Boundary throw in. Christian tries to hook it goalward, didn't succeed. McKenna did well falling to the ground. Kemp missed it, back-heeled it eventually, gained about 15 metres and comes again on Watson. Close to the line, trying to keep it in there was Lewis. And the ball goes across. Burns right behind him. Boundary umpire working overtime down in front of our commentary position. 10-8, 7-13. Wide of the pack, Williams claimed, gets the kick away, gains about 25 metres. Walker trying to knock it to his own advantage. It's across the line.
McIntosh to come on to replace Gehrig. Goes straight to centre half forward.
Christian and Turnbull. About 75 metres out from Collingwood's attacking goal. Rain threatening again. Down in front, it's Williams. Runs back towards the wing. Kemp goes in quickly on Williams, locks it in, and a whistle.
14 minutes remaining in the contest. Dean Kemp 14-5 this afternoon. Paul Williams 8-1. Turnbull with Christian, and Christian's been good since he came on. McKenna out of the air, likewise Williams just inside the line. We don't need Cyclops for that one. Untidy stuff, but a close contest, and I think most people here this afternoon and a good crowd would have expected that under the conditions. MCG surface has stood up pretty well to the football this weekend. Williams, Hassel, oh, good distance with that kick. Richardson getting back, and Waterman rushing it through for a minor score to the Magpies. Everything counts at the moment. 14 points the difference. 69 plays 55, and Waterman to bring the ball back into play, favouring the outer side. Simmons leading Hyder and takes the mark at right half back. Simmons starting on the bench this afternoon. White gives it back to Brennan.
Hugs the boundary with a kick. This is ball. Kelly ties him up momentarily. His ball just forward at the wing, goes down towards the attacking 50 for the Eagles. Pert goes up, fist towards the boundary. And out she goes, just inside the 50 now for the West Coast Eagles. Gary Pert has done pretty well, just a couple of blemishes, one of them costing a goal early in this term to Mitchell White. And there's our scoreline. Just over 13 minutes till full time. Christian missed it, fell behind. White couldn't control it. James left without it. Kelly slides in, and the umpire wants it. That sort of day. In fact, it's thrown up. Christian hooks it down. James picks it up. He's been a very good player. Alan Richardson, the hurried kick. Brown got himself into trouble there. Spills wide. Krasiska hard against the line. Gains about 35 metres. It continues to run on around the outer side. Walker socket away by Djakovic. Ricochets to Main Waring. Hurried kick towards half forward. Bouncing ball. Favoured Krasiska. Across it comes to Brown.
The skipper's kick, not a long one, lands outside 50, and a punch gets it back towards midfield. Matera. Richardson. That's a better kick. Going long. Wilson tried the spoil from behind. Couldn't control it. Hyder. Simmons has got him. Brown off a standing start. A high bomb. One-on-one contest in the goal square. None can take the mark. McGuane couldn't do it. Richardson goes in hard. McGuane again has to beat two. Eagles looking for holding the ball. The ball slides out from underneath. Worsfold has it. Drops it. Matera goes in to give him assistance. And it's taken over the boundary line by Waterman for a throw-in just outside the 50-metre line. Good effort by Chris Waterman. So the throw-in under these very greasy conditions. Christian trying to get front spot. Knocked out past Kemp. James pinned. So too is the football under all that. And it will be a bounce once more. James, the last to get up, has played fairly well. Dennis mentioned earlier, very impressed with his tackling. And certainly has been a feature of his play today. And of course he kicked a very telling goal late in the third quarter. from the in front of the Great Southern Stand. Williams, a wrestle in front. Waterman looks for the free kick. Hyder! Oh, has he missed it or has he got it? I think he's got it. It's there.
Margin 20 points. Centre square infringement. Turnbull immediately takes the kick. Floats it down inside the 50. Pert angled fist on it. Falls behind the quick reply. Kemp into an open goal. He's got it. How about that?
Collingwood putting up a valiant effort against the reigning title holders. Out of the centre, Williams. Clean possession for him. Across his body to the centre wing position.
Hasn't got it.
Will get the free kick. Umpire Glendinning has paid the free kick.
He's the first one got right all day.
Johnny Morsfall to Chris Lewis. One-on-one battle. Russell and Mainwaring. Waterman with courage over the top. Jakovic. Chance for Collingwood. Magpie free kick.
He was very good.
Gavin Krasiska.
For a push.
Gutsy.
11-9 to 8-13. Terrific game of football. Low trajectory drop punt. Christian the target with the gloves. He's got it. I don't know whether they made the difference in that contest, but he has the mark.
Yes, I'm not sure we'll see it on replay, but Wilson comes from behind with Turnbull in front and misses the ball completely.
A difficult kick, remembering the condition of the ground, the greasy ball and the distance. He's got the distance, but accuracy leaving a little bit to be desired. That could have been a very handy one for Collingwood. One behind, kicked by Michael Christian. Under 10 minutes left in the match now, and the scoreboard showing 76-61, a difference of 15 points, and Chris Waterman will bring the ball back into play.
So time very much a factor. Here's Worsfold. Right back pocket. Drives it around the outer side. Christian's in front. Turnbull tries to hook it down behind. Who's got the recovery? Brilliantly done by Christian. Threw himself onto the boot of Turnbull. It spills wide. Pike close to the line. Christian came again and forced the error. Marvellous stuff. Out of bounds on the full. Alan Richardson takes the free. Kicks down towards half forward for the Magpies. Walker's in front. Could have almost got a free kick there. Wilson tidies up behind. Russell drops the mark on his knees, in trouble. Gets a boot to the ball. Christian picks it up just inside the boundary and then hand passes across. 9 minutes to go. Those figures don't tell the story. He's been a willing worker. Christian and Turnbull. Turnbull's had a pretty good day as well. Up the top, Kemp. In front, Richardson. Worked out of it by Lewis. Still Lewis. The centering kick touched. It bounces in amongst about 5 of them. Grabbed by James. Kept his eye on the ball. He boots it down towards half forward. Wilson in the other direction. Full-chested. Kicks back towards the 50. Was it a push? Ball over the top. Umpire says yes. Free kick to Kelly.
The umpire was in perfect position to see that. Richardson again. Having a busy patch in the last few minutes. Hassel marking in front of Matera. Matera nearly gets him. Nice sidestep over White. Lewis applies a tackle. Ball underneath. Chorley holding the ball.
Is he playing it? Yes.
And now 50
metres.
Well, I'm having trouble with this. We've seen that about 3 times today. 50s for what is very hard to find. Now, he paid the free kick not for holding the ball, but the fact that Matera's leg was grabbed. And now the 50 just seems to materialise.
To be hypercritical, it doesn't appear to be 50 anyway. Dennis looks more like about 40 because that incident occurred on the 50-metre line.
It's cut both ways, but very strange today.
Peter Matera, 15 metres out directly in front to keep the Eagles in the match. He kicks and he kicks accurately. It's a goal.
11-10, 9-13. Thriller at the MCG. Had seen a few this season. And the centre square infringement. The Eagles get it again. It's not working. Something's going wrong for Collingwood. That's about the third today. Turnbull out of the middle. Long bomb well inside the 50. Still plenty of time. Pert misses the ball. Heading behind. Watson got him. Ball fell to ground. Slapped out by McIntosh. White falls over. In goes Kemp. Sliding in Pert. Kemp quickly to his feet. Pulls it back towards the kick-off line. In from the side. Pike. Pike is marked directly in front. 25 metres out. And a chance to make it just 3 points. Just under 7.5 minutes till full time.
Terrific effort by Kemp, and they even get the ball back towards the centre, and then McKenna just giving Pike a little bit of room, trying to keep those Collingwood players at bay. Look at that.
There's Kemp quickly to his feet, like a cork in the ocean. Here's Pike. Kicks. What's he done? He's got it. Just.
Less than a kick in it now at the MCG. A thriller. 3 points the difference. Christian knocks it down. Again, the Eagles out of the centre through Pike it was. Kick off the ground towards left half forward. Collingwood with the numbers. Pike again. Kicks into Krasiska. Kelly. James.
Oh, well done,
out of
Brennan.
bounds.
Good spoil by Brennan.
What is it about these two teams? They have some thrillers, don't they?
They do. 2 points last time the Eagles' way. This time it's Collingwood by 3. But 6.5 minutes left in the match. Plenty of time left. And what will happen in that 6 minutes? Out of bounds again, interchange area. Rowan Worsfold. Great comeback by the Eagles. They had to withstand rain showers, parochial crowd. They've done it all. Haven't got the 4 points yet, but a great fight back, which certainly would have pleased their supporters and Nick Malthouse. Good tackle by Matera. Ball jarred free. Quick hand pass by James. Richardson. Lewis has got him. Bodies on the line here. Hassel looking for 50. Certainly the supporters were. Matera dragged back on the mark. He goes in short. Richardson.
That was instantaneous. It wasn't a 50 there.
Richardson short of right centre wing. With the heavy ball to half forward. Walker underneath it. Now opportunity for Brown as Burns gives him the hand pass. Out in front of goal. No mark taken. Good tackle by Simmons. Ball jarred free for Mainwaring. A one-on-one duel on the outer side. McIntosh and Pert. Pert paddles it in front. McIntosh could have got a free kick for being held but not in possession. Mainwaring goes to the boundary line. McIntosh comes again. I think the ball is still in play. Now it's just out over the line now for a throw-in. 5.5 minutes left.
Gary Pert, the veteran. Ryan Turnbull in position. Richardson comes across. Turnbull down towards Pike. Out of mid-air. Through the wing towards half forward. Ball. Did he have the ball? Play on's the call. Sliding in there is Burns. Well played. It's tied up once more. And the umpire will ball it up. Scott Burns, number 17. From Norwood. Drafted a couple of years back. Decided to stay in South Australia. Eventually coming across this season. Inside the last 5 minutes. Richardson and Turnbull. They fight a draw. It comes back to Richardson. And listen to that crowd. Willing the Magpies on. Bond couldn't control it. This is Mainwaring. Twists and turns. Gets away Mainwaring. A high kick. Will it stay in the field of play? No. Out of bounds on the full. Krasiska's got it. He's been valiant in defence. Krasiska. Tough son of a gun. Hard against the line. Back towards the wing it goes. Turnbull out of the contest. It was fisted down in front. Kemp, who's been marvellous in this final term, dragged down. Russell can't control it. And it spills across the line. It wasn't on the full, despite the protests of Chris Lewis.
4.5 minutes left. The bottom line is Collingwood lead by 3 points. Then you'd think probably the next goal will win the match. Kemp looking for a free kick for holding the ball. There's not going to be one.
Well, I think the Eagles should do their next pre-season in Paris.
Exactly. Oh,
Lee Matthews barking instructions. Ball is bounced on the outer side. Kemp can't control it. It's over the boundary line in front of Nathan Buckley, who's had a very quiet second half. He was brilliant in the first 2 quarters. Mick Malthouse has done well to get his side back into the contest. Turnbull thumping punch away, but straight to Williams. Kick partially smothered. Loose ball at midfield. Very important contest this. Hyder gives away the hand pass. Now Collingwood a chance, but Rowe can't run off it. Hyder again. Simmons. Matera. Warsfold. Waterman. Waterman towards left half forward. 2 players fell over. Bond the first to recover. Burns, the hand pass. Krasiska scores a try over the boundary line.
Oh, how good is this?
Great stuff. 3.5 minutes left. Good stats for Gavin Krasiska. 13 and 2. There doesn't deserve to be a loser today. Draw would be a good result. Williams. Collingwood leading. The Eagles fight back. A match that's had everything. It's been tough, uncompromising. Krasiska again. Walker and Jakovic. Walker takes it over the boundary line. 3 minutes left.
Clock is stopped. Lee Matthews on the phone. 76-73. His side up. Jakovic and Walker. Up the top, Wilson. Pike couldn't control it. A whistle. A collective sigh goes around the MCG. We'll do it again. It certainly got his attention now. Sitting forward in the chair. Towards the boundary it goes. Crashing his way through Mainwaring. Jakovic. Grabbed by James. Not a particularly good kick. Collingwood leading all directions to the ball. Well done, Krasiska off the ground. Lewis. It goes down towards half forward. Ball battles with Kelly. Waiting behind is White. Claimed by Watson. Desperate stuff. It spills to Bond. The Eagles inside their 50. We're down to 2:20. Pert close to the line. Ooh. Got the result he was after. It's out of bounds. They're soaking it up now, Collingwood. Boundary throw in.
In the Eagles' right forward pocket. 2 minutes left. Not really their last throw of the dice. Ball, a snapshot, bounces, bounces through. It's a goal. The Eagles in front. What a finish. Ball's 4th goal and probably the match-winning one. 76-79, and the Eagles in front.
That's an outstanding goal, Pete. I wonder if Gary Pert would rather have marked that ball on the other side. Just came out of his hands at the critical moment. The kick off the ground from Lewis and the half of the wing at the other end. Just get the ball so far forward was terrific.
A Gary Ablett-style goal may pinch it for the Eagles. Kemp out of the 17 and 5. His stats. He's been terrific. Burns tries to crash through the pack. And from here on in, the Eagles will try to hold it up. 1:50 left in this match. One of the great ones.
And they've led for 4 minutes in total all day, the West Coast Eagles. There's the bounce. Richardson and Turnbull. Turnbull smacked it wide. Lewis sockers it out towards the line. Watson's there, and across it goes. Dean Kemp checking his figures. 22 possessions. And a high percentage in this final term. He's barking the instructions down in front. Turnbull and Richardson go at it again. Knocked on by White. That will do the Eagles. It's out of bounds and the clock is down to 1:24. Now, we saw one get away at this ground yesterday. Melbourne leading for 3 quarters, overrun. Not getting overrun, but suddenly it's slipping away from the Magpies. There's White out of the congestion, a floater. They'll contest about 40 metres out. Big leap from McIntosh. It flies behind. This is Buckley. Here come the Magpies. Met solidly by Heady. Comes to Matera in his 100th game. He's hit the post. The drama continues.
1 goal 2 to Peter Matera. That certainly would have been the sealer with the clock stopped just over a minute. Collingwood have to get the ball down, straight down the ground now. Matera's in the road again. Beats 2 off them. Kicks into the man on the mark. Richardson takes it. This has got to be their goal. Hassel. Oh, Waterman, what a tackle! A match-winning tackle from Chris Waterman. They were off and running. And Waterman stopped him as if he'd run into a Burke Street tram.
And don't get up too quickly, boys.
Tackle of the day. Almost play of the day, actually. 42 seconds left. Still time for Collingwood. Turnbull wins it. Pike. I was going to say a quick kick, attempted quick kick. Buckley gets one. Hassel. Waterman. Matera, rather, off the ground and out of bounds. Right half forward flank for Collingwood. The clock has stopped with 23 seconds to go.
See, that was quick thinking by Matera,
wasn't it?
He knew where it was.
Yep. Nowhere else to go. Perfect.
The Eagles still in front, hanging on grimly. Richardson tries to find a rover. It was Hassel. They need to mark this. No one's there. Williams! 11 seconds left. The Eagles defenders tied up. It'll be over the boundary line, but the clock has stopped with 6 seconds remaining.
Oh. Well, we've got a throw in. It needs a kick and a mark or just a kick. Matthews looking down the barrel of 2 straight losses here. It's thrown in. Clock is running. Loose behind the pack. Russell onto the boot. There's the siren. How will they award it? Full time. The mark does not stand. It's come that close. That is remarkable. The ball in flight as the siren sounded and the hearts of Collingwood are broken. There's almost a smile on Malthouse. Unheard of.
Well,
there was actually.
Well, it was that sort of game. So slender, the margin, a game of centimetres.
And seconds, Dennis, in the end, as it turned out, or milliseconds.
What a finish. What a finish. Rose stood there defiantly holding the ball, daring the umpire, and the umpire had called full time, and that says it all. A look of resignation, of despair on the face of Gary Pert. They've done it again, these two sides. They've taken it to the wire. Last year, McGuane's mark in the dying moment of the game. And today, Rowe has marked the ball, but the siren has sounded. You work it out. 11-14 to 11-10. My word.